Imagine waking up tomorrow morning, swinging your legs out of bed and standing up without that familiar sharp catch in your lower back. Imagine turning your neck to look out the window without hearing a crunching sound or feeling stiff. For most seniors, morning pain has become so normal that they think it is just part of aging. But what if I told you that the pain you feel at 7 a.m. is not caused by your age? It is caused by what you did for the last 8 hours. Sleeping in the wrong position is traumatic. It is the biomechanical equivalent of sustaining a micro car accident every single night. You might think you are resting, but if your spine is twisted, you are actually compressing your nerves, dehydrating your discs, and cutting off blood flow to your joints. You are aging your skeleton faster than nature intended. Today, we are going to fix this. I am going to show you the 4 most dangerous sleeping positions that seniors must avoid at all costs. These are positions that surgeons and chiropractors see causing the most damage. But I will not just leave you with the bad news. For every bad position, I will give you a specific corrective modification that will align your spine and help you wake up pain-free. But before we look at the first dangerous position, you need to understand why your spine is so vulnerable at night. Think of your spinal discs as sponges. During the day, gravity squeezes them dry. They lose height and hydration. The only time they can refill, rehydrate, and repair themselves is when you are horizontal. This is a process called imbibition. It acts like a hydraulic pump that sucks nutrients back into the cartilage. But here's the critical warning. This pump only works if your spine is in a neutral alignment. If you sleep in a twisted position, you lock the pump. The fresh fluid cannot get in. So you wake up with discs that are dry, brittle, and prone to herniation. You are literally starving your spine of the nutrients it needs to survive. And the #1 way to starve your spine is by adopting the first position on our blacklist. We call this the parachuter. This is when you sleep on your stomach face down. You might think this is comfortable because it feels stable, or maybe it stops you from snoring. But anatomically, this is a disaster zone for a senior body. Think about your neck. You cannot breathe through your pillow, so you have to turn your head 90 degrees to the left or right. And then you hold it there for 6, 7, or 8 hours. Try turning your head to the side right now and holding it for just 1 minute. It hurts. Now imagine doing that all night. This creates what doctors call cervical torque. You are wringing out your neck muscles like a wet towel. This does 3 terrible things. First, it jams the facet joints in your neck together, leading to arthritis. Second, and more frighteningly, it can compress the vertebral artery. This is the blood vessel that supplies your brainstem. Reducing blood flow here is dangerous for anyone, but for a senior, it creates dizziness, vertigo, and risk of stroke. Third, sleeping on your stomach forces your lower back into hyperlordosis. It arches your back unnaturally, jamming the lumbar vertebrae together and causing sciatica. But the damage of sleeping on your stomach goes beyond just bones. It affects your vanity and your vital organs in ways you might never have realized. Beyond the spine, sleeping on your stomach is a nightmare for your internal organs and your skin. Think about gravity. When you lie face down, you are putting your full body weight on your chest and abdomen. This restricts the movement of your diaphragm. You have to work harder just to take a full breath. It crushes your lungs, your heart, and your stomach. If you suffer from reflux or indigestion, this pressure forces acid back up into the esophagus. And then there is the vanity factor. We call them sleep lines. When you smash your face into a pillow for 8 hours every night, you are ironing creases into your skin. Over time, these become permanent, deep wrinkles that no cream can fix. So if you care about your face or your lungs, you must stop being a parachuter. But how do you fix it? This brings us to the first corrective position, the pillow sandwich. The best alternative for stomach sleepers is to roll onto your side. However, simply lying on your side is not enough. Anatomically, when you lie on your side, your top leg tends to slide forward and down onto the mattress. This movement pulls your pelvis, twists your lumbar spine, and puts massive torque on the sciatic nerve. You might wake up with hip bursitis or shooting leg pain. The fix is simple but non-negotiable. You must place a firm pillow between your knees. This pillow acts as a spacer. It keeps your knees hip-width apart, it keeps your pelvis stacked perfectly vertical, and it keeps your spine in a neutral straight line from your neck to your tailbone. The relief is instant. If you have lower back pain, this is the single most important prescription I can give you. But be careful. Do not curl up too tightly or you fall into the next dangerous trap. Dangerous position number 2 is the extreme fetal position, also known as the armadillo. It is natural to want to curl up into a ball, especially when it's cold. It feels safe. It feels primal. But for a senior body, it is a mechanism for stiffness. Think about your day. You sit at breakfast, you sit in the car, you sit watching TV. Your spine is in a flexed forward position all day long. If you go to bed and curl up into a tight ball, you are locking your body into that flexion for another 8 hours. You are training your body to be permanently hunchbacked. This tight curling shortens the psoas muscle in your hip, it tightens the hamstrings, and it rounds the shoulders forward. This is why you wake up feeling like you cannot stand up straight. You are literally molding yourself into a chair shape. Furthermore, squeezing your chest restricts deep breathing, lowering the oxygen levels your brain receives while you sleep. You need to open up. The correction for this is what I call the hugger. You can still sleep on your side, but you need to make 2 changes to protect your joints. First, extend your legs slightly. You do not need to be stick straight, just loosen the curl so your hips are open. Second, and this is crucial for anyone with shoulder pain, you must hug a large pillow against your chest. When seniors sleep on their side without a chest pillow, the top shoulder collapses forward. This stretches the rotator cuff, impinges the nerves, and causes that deep, aching shoulder pain in the morning. By hugging a pillow, you keep your shoulder joint open and supported. It acts like a scaffolding for your upper body. So side sleeping is great, provided you use the knee pillow for your hips and the chest pillow for your shoulders. But what if you hate sleeping on your side? What if you prefer sleeping on your back? That sounds safe, right? Wrong. In fact, sleeping flat on your back can be deadly if you have one specific condition.
Dangerous position number 3 is the rigid soldier. This is lying completely flat on your back, with no support under your legs, and usually a thin pillow. It looks peaceful in movies, but structurally it is a torture rack for your lower back. When you lie flat with your legs straight out, your psoas muscle tightens. This pulls your lumbar spine into an arch, creating a gap between your back and the mattress. You can probably slide your hand into that gap right now. That gap means your lower back muscles are contracting all night long to support the arch. They never rest. This is why you wake up with spasms. But the structural pain is not the deadly part I warned you about. The real danger of sleeping flat on your back is gravity acting on your throat. When you lie flat, gravity pulls the soft tissue of your palate and your tongue backwards. For millions of seniors, this blocks the airway. This causes snoring and obstructive sleep apnea. It stops your breathing dozens of times per hour, starving your brain of oxygen and spiking your blood pressure while you sleep. If you have a thick neck, or if you snore, sleeping flat on your back is one of the worst things you can do for your heart health. The correction for this depends on your specific health needs. If you suffer from snoring, apnea, or acid reflux, you need the elevated supine position. You simply cannot sleep flat. You need to fight gravity. I recommend using a wedge pillow or elevating the head of your adjustable bed by 6 to 8 inches. This slight incline uses physics to keep your tongue forward, keeping the airway open. It also keeps stomach acid down, preventing the esophageal burns that lead to cancer. It is a simple change that can save your life. However, if your breathing is fine, but your back is killing you, you need a different modification. We call this the supported starfish. You can stay on your back, but you must place a large cylindrical pillow, called a bolster, directly under your knees. This is simple biomechanics. Lifting your knees releases the tension on the psoas muscle. This allows your pelvis to tilt back and your lower spine to drop flat against the mattress. It closes that gap we talked about. Finally, your lower back is fully supported by the bed and the muscles can turn off. It is the ultimate decompression position for spinal stenosis. But there is one final bad habit that has nothing to do with your spine and everything to do with your nerves. Dangerous position number 4 is the arm crusher. This happens when side sleepers slide their arm underneath their own head or under a heavy pillow to use it as a support. You are essentially using your arm as a shelf for your skull. Your head weighs about 10 to 12 pounds. When you rest that weight on your arm, you are crushing the brachial plexus. This is the bundle of nerves that runs from your neck into your arm. You cut off the blood supply. You wake up with a dead arm, numbness, pins and needles, or a burning sensation in your fingers. Over time, this can lead to chronic neuropathy and weakness in your grip strength. You must stop using your own limbs as furniture. Your arm belongs in front of you or at your side, never under the crushing weight of your skull. So, we have fixed your alignment, we have opened your airways, we have protected your nerves. But even the perfect position will fail if you are lying on the wrong equipment. Most seniors are making a critical mistake with the one object that touches their face all night long.
The final piece of the puzzle is your equipment. You can be in the perfect position, but if your pillow is wrong, your neck will still suffer. The most common mistake seniors make is using a pillow that is too high. If you sleep on your back with too thick pillows, your chin is forced down onto your chest. This stretches the muscles at the back of the neck and reverses the natural curve of your cervical spine. It creates a forward head posture, even while you sleep. The rule is simple. Your pillow should fill the gap between your ear and the mattress, and nothing more. Your neck should be perfectly straight, not tilted up, not tilted down. If you sleep on your side, you need a thicker, firmer pillow to bridge the distance from your shoulder to your ear. If you sleep on your back, you need a thin, soft pillow. And if your pillow is more than 3 years old, throw it away. Old pillows lose their structural integrity and become full of allergens that inflame your sinuses. Then there is the mattress. For decades, marketing told us that sleeping on a cloud was the ultimate luxury. So many seniors buy ultra-soft memory foam mattresses. This is often a mistake. As we age, our mobility decreases. If your mattress is too soft, you sink into a hole. It becomes difficult to turn over. It becomes a struggle to get out of bed. You are fighting quicksand every time you move. This lack of movement leads to stiffness. Most orthopedists recommend a medium firm mattress for seniors. It provides enough give for your hips, but enough resistance to help you move and keep your spine aligned. Now, I know what you're thinking. Doctor, I have slept on my stomach for 60 years. I cannot just change tonight. You're right. Sleep habits are muscle memory. Changing them is a battle, but you can win it with a few tricks. If you are trying to stop sleeping on your back due to apnea, try the tennis ball trick. Sew a tennis ball into the back pocket of an old t-shirt and wear it to bed. If you roll onto your back, the lump will gently nudge you to roll back onto your side without fully waking you up.
If you are trying to stop sleeping on your stomach, use the pillow barricade. Place a heavy pillow on either side of your body. This creates a narrow channel that prevents you from rolling over onto your face. It takes about 7 to 10 days for your brain to accept the new position. Be patient. The first few nights will be frustrating, but your spine will thank you for the rest of your life. So, here is your challenge for tonight. Do not just flop into bed. Be intentional. Build your support system. If you are a side sleeper, put that pillow between your knees and hug one to your chest. If you are a back sleeper, put that bolster under your knees to release your lower back. And whatever you do, do not sleep on your stomach. Your sleep should be a time of healing, not a source of injury. Take control of your position and you will take control of your pain. If this guide helped you find relief, please share it with a friend who wakes up sore. Subscribe for more practical health guides, stay aligned, and have a restful night.